The Lincoln Theatre stage seems custom-made for British songstress Yola and her genre-fluid style.
I love the narrative of places like this that just give so much life to music.
It's a nod to the storied history of the theater and its U Street home, the cultural epicenter of a thriving African-American community.
Here we have Black Broadway, another hotbed of Black culture, of development of jazz music, of development of all the things that surround or are influenced and touched by jazz music, happening right here. And so, like, it's really significant to be here.
The Lincoln Theatre opened in January of 1922 and offered audiences refuge from the indignities of a segregated era.
This is an incredible space.
Thank you. We really try to retain as much of the historical element as possible.
Charisse Rhines runs the new Lincoln Theatre.
I think it's very majestic.
And boasts about its original heyday any chance she gets.
We kind of predated the Renaissance that people refer to in Harlem. And there was a huge music scene in D.C. People such as Pearl Bailey, Cab Calloway, Duke Ellington performed here and set the standard for what live music was like in this area.
Below the theater, a dance hall called the Lincoln Colonnade hosted social events for all.
FDR used to have birthday parties here.
As in Franklin Delano Roosevelt, our 32nd president.
He liked this space.
He did like this space, and there were people from different backgrounds that would attend those parties. So people felt like segregation was taking a holiday at those events.
Outside the jewel of U Street, all that culture fostered a neighborhood of Black-run and Black-owned businesses, some that remain today.
You have Ben's who've been neighbors to the theater for what?
Yes, since
70
the 50s?
years? Yeah.
So the Lincoln Theater was very important to the community and certainly very important to Ben and me.
Virginia Ali and her husband Ben opened Ben's Chili Bowl in 1958, right next door to the Lincoln Theater.
Sometimes you could go over there and smell chili dogs because they would have snuck a chili dog in the Lincoln Theater, yes. But it's been a wonderful asset to this community for all these 100 years.
But the history of this area also includes decline. Riots in 1968 stirred by the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., construction for the D.C. Metro in the late 1970s, and rising competition elsewhere all forced the closure of the Lincoln in 1983. Until the city fought for its preservation. It reopened in February 1994 after being named to the National Register for Historic Places. And again in 2013 under a new operator, box office giant IMP.
What's your favorite spot in the theater?
You know, I really like this fireplace area.
Upgrades were made to the 1,250-seat venue, including a state-of-the-art sound system and a multi-million-dollar renovation.
We really tried to keep it as regal as it was in the 20s.
It's already booked 1,000 shows here, attracting more than 600,000 patrons.
We have had rock concerts. We've had country music concerts. We've had a Mexican ballet. We've had a go-go showcase. We have
Wow.
church every Sunday.
Really?
And we've had drag shows. I take pride in the fact that this is a venue where you can look at the calendar and almost anybody from any background with any interest can find something on the calendar that would interest them.
With plenty more, they say, to come.
We have such a diverse offering of performances and of genres and
Audiences too.
of audiences as well, which to me is a reflection of the legacy of what the theater was built for.